Again?
Huh?
Sorry, I just saw you come back in again. At least I think I did. Maybe
No.
not.
Unless I saw somebody else.
I don't think so. Okay. Actually, I did not need to wait for them to refresh their trades, because we had enough in reserve of glass for me to die, so yay!
Yay!
So let me come back in. Put that all in the thing.
We still got a row of emeralds. We go through them fast, man.
Plus the stuff that's still in mine, which I just put back in.
Yeah.
I will take this. I will go put away these spare dye. I mean, we can move those emeralds up into our top emeralds collection, but... And then I'll go pick up the last of the potions I was making.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry about the hiccup, but I ended up getting kicked completely.
With extreme prejudice, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. If you're in the... Are you in the storage room?
Yeah.
Could you double check if there's a birch pressure plate already made in there?
Birch pressure plate. It would be in the birch. Yes, there is a birch pressure plate. Blah, blah, blah.
Excellent. Because I just kind of realized that I'd forgotten a door to put it in. I mean, because we don't need it. Pressure plates at every door, but the ones I use frequently would be nice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot one in my potion building.
Ah.
Yeah, I haven't bothered putting them in most of the farms or anything, but you know. There we go.
I love all the Enderman head. It implies we've been murderizing them.
I mean, to be fair, we have been using the, grinder. So strictly speaking, we kind of have. Just saying.
Yep.
All right. Now, just because I always make sure to leave awkward potions ready for the next time I brew. Oh. And there we go. Now to go restock this glass and the potions.
Yay.
Again, the stuff that's down one potion I'm not bothering about, but, anything that's down more than that, yeah. Unfortunately, that still doesn't take up a full hour, and that's about what I had actively planned to do. So, time to get creative. Which is a challenge.
I know.
Not just because we agreed to never get creative again. Like, now there's a reference for you. I don't know if it counts as obscure, but it's definitely not in the active zeitgeist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, I'm just mostly proud of the pun we came up with for this one.
Yeah, the pain relief.
There we go. Glass is fully stocked.
Yay.
Now for brew bucks. Only need 3 of these. Yeah. Last time I spotted, some sails, it was all water breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this time a full row of invisibility. It's like, To be fair, that could very easily be mob moving, but
Mm-hmm.
still. Huh. What shenaniganery. There we go. Yeah. I think that a lot of I still need 3 more leaping. I just haven't made. Again, there's a handful of others that have 1 missing, but I'm seeing as I brew 3 at a time, I'm not going to restock on 1.
Yeah.
That's just silly.
And I'm going to go check on something just because.
What you checking?
Well, over at the mall, towards the end of the stream, I was just kind of bored and had been mildly irritated that they were out of name tags. So I put some name tags in their barrel, so they're not out anymore.
Aww.
So they still got name tags. Ah, cat.
I mean, a lot of stuff is sold out here. Dang. I just at the
Mm-hmm.
front door. Dang.
I think they need to restock.
I agree. Although, actually, it does occur to me. Yes, not that we don't have
Uh-huh.
leather and stuff. It's still more convenient to just buy a bunch of item frames for if I can ever decide where to display my quilts. Now that I
Yeah.
have them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much more convenient. Yeah.
Cat, I cannot see through your butt.
Yeah, my only issue in struggling for ideas is while I technically had what you could call a notion of something I've been wanting to try for a while, I don't have any ideas of how to even remotely start, so it still doesn't help.
Oh.
Basically to start playing around and experimenting, with landscape terraforming.
Yeah.
Make the place look a little nicer. And it's not that I'm not aware of tips and tricks, but it's always the concept of actually trying it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I would love to in principle, but figuring out where to start is always the hard part of any project, especially when it's kind of loosey goosey and just a
Mm-hmm.
notion as opposed to a plan.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Hello, we can share a bench. Under the tree.
Yee. While we brainstorm something to do.
Yes. I mean, if I thought I had any chance in heck, I'd attempt to go try and get that lovely spotted doggy again. But they just do not spawn in the Savannah Plateau near us. They just don't.
I know we'd have to find a different Savannah Plateau. I know that they exist because Sturban has a spotted.
I know. I saw. And in Broad we can get him to just teleport, but
Mm-hmm.
wherever I find him, so it's just. Yeah, and I'd originally thought the nearby one's problem was Mobcat, but I've done so much lighting up,
Yeah.
so I officially don't think that's the problem anymore. I just noticed how low on rockets I am. I'm just gonna get some more backup.
Yeah, I need to get some more rockets too. Cat.
Yeah, they do be like that.
Like originally, he just sort of came up and was laying down next to me and was just fine, and now suddenly. Oh, I actually had some more. Oh. Did you see the names for the horses?
No, what'd you name your horse?
Well, there's Ren Horse.
Hang on, coming. Oh, literally Ren horse.
Uh huh. And then.
Oh, you absolute.
It was the suggestion from chat.
You have. See, I mean, Artax and Aerith aren't even my nostalgia. I just am aware,
Uh huh.
Yeah, you're very quilty. Now I need more. Okay, actually, do I have the space over? Yes and no. Hmm. I could. Oh. Ooh. You know what? I like that too. Now I just need more empty maps, which, if I take some emeralds, I can go buy off of our trapped, our alternately employed cartographer.
Yep. Oh, cat.
I
Just
literally don't know
lay
how
down
many I
over
can.
here. This is a good spot. You're not in the way. You can cuddle my arm. All right.
You know, I'm kind of out of excuses to increase my render distance.
Yep, you got the new system now.
Yep, at least increase it to something sensible.
No, you're not laying there. Off the desk.
Excellent. There we go into my options. Oh yeah, and I was going
No.
to. Yeah, I like doing that. Okay. What do you keep your render distance at, hun, for reference?
Let me check.
I know mine's low.
My render distance is 32 chunks. And my simulation distance is the same.
That makes sense. Oh, so you're basically maxed.
Yeah.
All right. But again, if your computer can handle it, probably so can mine. So
Yeah.
So it looks like I might need to leave and come back for it to be properly implemented.
Yeah.
When I land, I shall do that, just for good measure. Oh, still need the cartography table. Have any paper? I do.
Hmm. Something to do. Something to do.
There, my quilts are officially on my walls.
Yay! Ooh.
Hmm.
Ah, here's the other one.
Isn't that a good effect?
Yeah.
It makes it look way more complex than it is.
Mm-hmm.
I just basically found some empty spot on my walls and put my quilts up. That seems like a thing people absolutely would do.
Yep.
Okay, put away my spare emeralds. And 3x4 seems like a good blanket-esque size.
Uh-huh.
Make it feel like it's something you could, in theory, drape over a bed. There we go. Just had a couple spare emeralds from that trading round.
Yeah.
We've got another hour to fill.
Yep.
Uh, has nothing to do with this season, but I did have a casual notion for whenever we end up doing Wonderland.
Uh-huh.
To be fair, it could be something I add to the spa as well, just because it's a fun idea.
Yeah.
I'd seen a listing of someone showing, very simple little bitty games you could put into Minecraft. Several of them were board games, including classic ones, and it's true. It's like, you know what, you can,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously you can put chess in, especially with banner patterns.
Yeah.
You can make a nice little, what in real life would be a large chess set, but a playable chess set. You can do it with checkers as well, which means that any of those kinds of games you can do it with. You could do it with Nine Men's Morris. Hell, you could even do it with backgammon if you really tried. Although that would be tricky with the triangles, but not impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since you would just have to not do it as triangle points, I suppose. But still, it's like maybe instead of like a classic fairground arcade, do a field of board games, which is at least on theme for Wonderland. And
Yeah.
having a couple of large board games you can casually play with people at a spa retreat also sounds like a pleasing thing to do.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, that could be a fun thing to do. Because, have a chessboard or two, maybe put a Mills board down. Again, some of them would be tricky to do compact, but not necessarily impossible.
Yeah.
They would just be oversized versions of the game, but not like grossly so. It's like, oh, that could be a fun thing to do. Hmm. Just for want of other idleness, heck, we could experiment with it here.
Yeah.
Pick and or make some nice flat land adjacent to us and, well, turn it into some board games. At least to experiment, some game boards. Although I'm going to step in here for safety and step away for a moment as I need to answer the call of nature. I shall return comparatively shortly. Okay, I am back.
Yay.
Whew. It was longer than I thought it would be, but not too long. I just had an adorable idea for chess.
Uh-huh.
Using mob heads for the pieces.
Ah. Ah. There's a random skeleton horse over here.
Uh-oh. Which way?
Over.
Let's trigger it. Oh, hang on. Let me get my bow in my inventory. It's been a while since we've had one. We have absolutely had one. We have the horses to prove it.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, I thought I hit the skelly. Well, we got another 2 horses out of it.
And a horse head.
Oh no, we got 3. We did save.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got more than enough saddles. I'll go grab some.
Yep.
I mean, we've got nowhere to put these.
Well, if you also grab 3 leads, we can just at least, hook them over by the stable for now.
Yeah, we can at least hitch them.
And maybe we can build a little horse corral area, where they're like out free roaming.
Free roaming skelly horses. Well, to be fair, we've already got our riding pair, so.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to be fair, means we don't need saddles. I don't know. Do you want us to saddle these, or you just want us to lead them?
We could just lead them. Though I do have to say, I like one of the changes that they've made to the leads. That's going to be in the summer drop.
Oh yeah, the leading entities and mobs together.
No, not that.
Oh, a new one?
Yeah, there's going to be a new little thing that they're adding is a sound effect.
Oh.
If the lead snaps.
Oh, to cue you.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I'll just leash them up to the outside, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Because we don't have anywhere else to leash them, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could make a paddock for skelly horses. Put the saddles away.
Yeah, we got a skelly horse head.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's one we didn't have.
Anyway, the reason I was heading over this direction is I was thinking this area over here might be a good spot to set up a game board over here on the other side of the.
To experiment with game boards, yeah. I had that general notion too, as I know this area is relatively flat. We just would want to clear it a bit more.
Yep.
Heck, I remember one of good old Magma's had a chessboard that used flower pots with different flowers in them for the pieces. I don't know if I'd go that way, although to be fair, for Wonderland, that would be appropriate.
Uh-huh.
Though hard to pull off the two sides, so maybe not.
Yeah.
I am leaving the Epic Oak because I love those. And we can use that dirt you're taking down to help level out the area.
Yep, we can fill in the section over here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm going to quickly go get into bed.
Sensible.
Before everything starts spawning.
You don't want the challenge. Neither do I.
I want to level the area, not leave it with potholes.
It's so true. Figured I'd quick clear at least some of the grass. Okay, gonna go put away these spoils, and then I think I might pull up the video because some of the games, there's at least one or two of the games that sounded interesting, but that I'd not played before.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I liked the whole collection, so it's ooh. You know, and some of them were definitely, plenty of them were unique games. Some of them were real world games, but either way. I don't remember how recent it was. Don't remember how recent compared to how many videos I've watched it is. So I don't know how far back I'm gonna have to check, but I can at least see if I can get to it quick enough. Cat! Thank you. Good boy. Oh yeah, I didn't even finish it. Yeah, the most obvious and easiest is tic-tac-toe.
Uh-huh.
That's one of the ones I wanted to check. Hey, I definitely want to try making that game. It's a game that the creator invented called Push and Take, the inventor being a pilot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the video only went up like 8 days ago, so it's like, dang. That's just an elegant design. I mean, it's clear that a lot of these are being played in creative. Ooh, a shuffleboard design. Actually, yeah, that would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Mills board that's decently sized. I don't think it looks too manageable. Because they're, insta breaking blocks to move them, but it's not that hard to either pick blocks that are easy to pick up again or just use the appropriate tool. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, the push and take is a fun one. He describes it as being basically a case of he felt like playing chess, his friends didn't, so he like reinvented a simplified combination of chess and checkers.
Mm.
It's like, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. So let's see. Here we go. Oh, and you don't realize that you're that you're crouched. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So it's 4 wide. 1, 2, 8. Yeah, 8. 8 of each. Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. Fair. Could also do it that way, but I can't test with that at the moment. So I mean, I could. Why not? Okay, and then I just need. I mean, I could. Why not? And then whatever else I feel like using, basically. Yeah, that would do it. I should think. Yeah, I'm gonna try making this particular board. Without any frills, just the board.
It's a small board.
It is a small board. I mean, obviously you can put like a nice border around it and stuff, but this is at least the basics of it. So the idea is that these are all functionally pawns mechanically, except that you can't start by doing a 2-space move. So they can move 1 space at a time, straightforward, and they can capture jump diagonally.
Okay.
The goal is to be the first to get one of your pawns to the opponent's home, which is the gold line. Also, and similarly, if you can maneuver your opponent into a place where they're trapped and cannot make any legal moves, but you still can, that's an automatic win. And yes, you can obviously end up tying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You fill in this hole here, and maybe we can try a game.
I think that sounds like a delightful idea. Yeah. Chess and checkers require the same sized board. They just need an 8x8 checkerboard pattern. That's easy enough to set up. There was another cute, like, logic puzzle game he had called Duck, 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 Duck. Basically, the idea is that there's a set shape, which is basically the shape of a duck, that you have to work with, and you've got 2 different colors for 2 different teams, and you take turns putting the duck into a set geometric space, that is the playfield, and you keep going until someone can no longer have the space to put down a duck, to create a duck. They can touch each other, but there needs to be enough space to complete the shape.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be any shape you want. The duck shape is just cute.
Yeah.
Even went so far as to use a half slab to make a bill for the shape, and using buttons for the eyes to indicate where the
head is.
What the shape is. Exactly. Design for, it's a relatively large board, but a Ludo board, that's very clever. Take a look at the shuffleboard dimension designs. Yeah, the Mills board is relatively large, but not, I don't know if it's unmanageable. It would definitely be one of the more complicated, though.
Yeah.
If we did steal, like, the Duck Duck idea for Wonderland, instead we could call it Flamingo Flamingo.
Yeah.
Oh, I just had a notion, because they didn't do it in his version of checkers, but it just hit me if we use pressure plates for checkers too. And we could actually do a proper king me, Well, I mean, without making it a full block, because you could upgrade if if you get your piece across to get kinged, you trade out the pressure plate for a half slab, so they still look like pieces as opposed to giant blocks.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. There.
Mm-hmm. Satisfied?
Yeah, we got a fairly large area here to make boards on, and if we need more room, we just expand out this way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a hole over here I could fill.
Just to get the dirt out of your inventory.
Yeah.
That's why I started helping you. I had the dirt from digging this out. Hello, baby. Your timing cat. I picked him up to move him, and nope, he settled immediately. He wanted his cuddle time.
Yep.
You and your timing boy. Had you but waited half an hour, I would have been in a much better position to oblige you, sir. Sorry, sir, I can't let you take up both of my arms like you like to do when we do cuddle time because I'm going to need to use the mouse. So either you content yourself with one arm, or you get down. Okay? Hi. Why don't you go look out the window, my boy? There's lots of lovely, interesting things out the window. Especially on a nice day like this. Meow. 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 You've just gone roaming over the hillside, haven't you?
Yep.
So you go off that way to fill in a hole, and you've just disappeared.
I'm still filling in the hole. I just had like a couple pieces of dirt left. All right.
Right.
Probably want to sleep first before we start a game.
If you could, I would love to get some sleep in, but the cat has reasserted himself. I encouraged him to get down, and he was like, "No, I wasn't done. I wasn't done." Like, yes, but you can't have my other arm. I need to interact. Yeah, come back in half an hour, dude. Meow. Yes, I know you want cuddle time now, but now is not cuddle time. Cuddle time is later.
Usually cuddle time is earlier.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he didn't yesterday or today. But he was just in the mood of, you know what? No, this is the cuddle time now. You are here. I am here. I want cuddles now. Now he's looking out the window.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't go into too much detail, but I assume that white goes first if this is a
Traditional.
hybrid especially checkered, yeah. So you can only move one space at a time, including on the opening move. We're both experimenting here on what the strategies are. Sorry, go ahead and take your turn. I don't know why. I saw you poke it up and I figured it would be fast, so. Oh.
I think we need to get some
Weaker picks.
Yeah.
You only move that one space, right?
Yeah. You can't jump that one diagonal.
You capture diagonal, hun. They're pawns.
Oh, I thought it was jumping. Like
No.
checkers.
No, it's.
Or I would have been
it,
capturing several of your pieces.
I thought you were just playing conservatively.
No, I didn't realize that you bumped them sideways.
Well, I mean, this is a learning experience for both of us.
Yeah, I would have been playing a hell of a lot differently.
I'm sure. I think this one's a draw.
Yeah, because I can move this piece, and you can move that piece, and then neither of us can move.
Yep. Yep, that one's a stalemate. Want to try again?
Uh, sure, one more match.
All right, go ahead. Oh, we have a spectator.
Ah.
Warped planks, blue concrete, mangrove planks, cyan concrete, oxidized cut copper, and sand. Take a look at those again and run them down the list once I tell you.
All right.
Did you just move, by the way?
Yeah. So it'll be your turn
Okay,
when you come back.
Perfect. Okay, give me that list again.
Warped planks,
Nope.
blue concrete,
We don't have that.
Mangrove plank,
Weirdly, no.
cyan concrete,
Nope.
oxidized cut copper,
Yes.
sand.
Once again, strangely, no. Okay, so a piece of sand. I think we don't have any warped because I don't think we have any warped.
Yeah, no, I don't think we have any warped either.
We've never gotten any. Okay, that being said, concrete. I can't do
Better
blue.
sleep. He just disappeared.
Oh. Yeah. I'll run and sleep. It's been a while since I've slept anyway. I need to keep the evil pigeons away. Okay.
Small drip leaf.
Awesome. Well, you're more than welcome to buy that as well if you wish.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, mangrove plank we should have. That shouldn't be an issue. Or if we... Yeah, we've got plank right there. What else was there?
Blue concrete, cyan
Yep.
concrete,
Mhm.
oxidized cut copper, and
That we
sand.
have. And sand and the mangrove planks, and that was... Okay, so it's just the 4. I'll get some more emeralds. Again, the warp is my only lamentation, but what you gonna do? We just haven't gotten any.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not gonna run and get some right now just for this. That's silly.
Yeah.
Especially since I don't even think we can get any in the shopping district, which would mean hunting the nether, and no.
Yeah.
Oh,
I popped out.
oh shoot. I forgot to convert the concrete. Give me just a sec.
Alright, I'll hold them in place again.
Thank you. And a boop. And a boop. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, and you wanted the small drip leaf.
Yes.
There we go. Nothing else?
No.
Alright, I'll go put this stuff away. Then come back and take my turn.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for your patronage. We no longer need you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the drip leaf. Oh, he's moved on. Greener pastures. Okay. Because of course. We would definitely want to make things covered.
Yeah. I picked up the other white one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as long as you don't put it back down again, I don't think it matters too much, but yeah. Okay, I'm starting to see the kind of strategies for this. Actually, hang on. Hmm. Oof.
I think we got another draw.
Yeah, we've got another draw because I can see the next few moves, and it's going to result in a draw.
Yep.
Yeah, because basically this once we lost, both of us lost this column. This side was dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm starting to see the strategy you need for this. You know how to approach the strategy.
Yeah.
It's nifty.
Yeah. The cute little game.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then for chess and checkers, you need an 8x8. And let me
And for
see
this
the
one here,
size.
should like, I think by each of our little game boards, we should put a little lectern with the game rules,
Instructions off. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
and we'll just have a little mini field of games.
Well, it'd be a pretty big field because we won't need that many copies of like just one of each. I mean, heck, the only reason I might consider for the theme park there being two copies of the chess checkers board in case there happened to be people who wanted to play
Mm-hmm.
both games simultaneously, but there won't be more than one of any game playing at any time. So
Yeah.
in theory, you only need one chess checkerboard anyway.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
I'm just talking about here. We'll have a little mini field of games.
Oh yeah, this will be a mini one. We won't have that many games, but okay. I'm gonna get out of the rain
Yeah.
whilst I ponder and check dimensions of some of these other games, just to check feasibilities. All right, just go in here because this way I can grab materials. Yeah, strictly speaking, for the duck idea, you know, where you're taking turns putting the shapes in, you can have any size board you want, although an interesting shape is obviously more interesting.
Uh huh.
And yeah, you can have any shape that you're filling it with. But yeah, the winner can be either who has the most ducks of their color or who put the last duck, basically.
Yeah.
Either or. And there are some variants, like for example, he's showing off a variant here where if you want, you can make it that again, if you are using ducks and stuff, one variant that he has here is you're able to build another duck off of the bill of an existing duck kind of thing.
Uh huh.
Or they'd have to be separate. They would definitely change one's strategies. But it's like, that's just a fun spatial puzzle. And again, you can make it any size you bloody well please. The one that he has an example is, let's see, 1, 2, 3. It's like an L shape.
Uh huh.
The short side is 3 wide, 4 deep, and then the larger section is 1, 2, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So at the widest point, it's 9. Okay, so it's basically 9 by 9, but with like a chunk cut out of a corner. That's not bad. That could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, and just checking. Oh yeah, the Ludo. And how big is this? Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let's. Could you tell me? Mm-hmm. But what's the dimension? Might be 8 long. Let's see. There's the mills. Okay. 15. Okay, so it looks like the mills board is a 15 by 15.
Mm-hmm.
Technically 13 by 13 because there's like a border row around the outside
Yeah.
of the lines, but so decently sized, I'd say. And okay, so let me. Well, we don't have enough ice for the shuffleboard at the moment, anyway. So I would need a lot more blackstone to use that. I could probably use that, though. Hmm. I would ideally want blackstone, though, but there just isn't enough. To be fair, be fair, yeah, let's use those two for that anyway. Okay. Go ahead and pick up the easy board. Where do you think's a good spot for the chest checker?
Um, wherever you want to put it. Bookshelf.
Why am I hearing a baby zombie? There must be a cave underneath.
Yeah, I think there's a cave somewhere. 'Cause I was hearing zombie noises the other day.
All right, there's the chest checkerboard. Oh yes, it is. How to count this? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Maybe we can do from like 1. Okay, and the Ludo board is like 22 by 22. That's sincerely large.
Yeah. Oh dear Lord.
What?
Somebody left that British abomination in our house.
Oh no.
I
Your
have been
house?
yes, I have been
Yeah. I think what was it, Mr. Nobby? Something like that?
yeah, something. They put it in my office.
You did not escape.
I did not escape. I'm not even British.
Well, it means it's less traumatizing at least, right? Well, you don't have the nostalgia attached to it.
Yeah. Hey. Ta-da.
Okay, for the duck duck, I was gonna do the 9x9 angle. Should I do that here, or should I do it over there?
Hmm. Well, if you could fit it here, considering you got this game board over here.
Yeah, that's the mills. I like that idea of that being out over there. But yeah, no, I'm sure I can fit a 9x9, and it's not, especially since it's not even a full 9x9.
Uh huh.
Let's see. This one was start here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
See, what was this game called?
That one is called Push and Take. That would actually be quite pretty.
All right. So, does this make sense for description of the game? Move each piece forward only one space. Take diagonally placed pieces. Game is won when either a piece makes it across the board to the other's base, or the other player cannot make a valid move.
But you still can.
Yeah. Draw when neither player can move.
Mm-hmm. It's not perfect, but it's enough. I mean, you're not compelled to capture. You don't have to, but yeah, you can capture diagonally. You can move forward, but you cannot. You can't capture forward. Like so. Yeah. Oh man, I just put this down. I don't. Ooh, do we have enough of something blue? Because blue would be even better, actually. Ooh, I don't think that's enough, but I could probably get more.
All right, it is 7:11.
Oh, so it is. See, as soon as there's a project.
Yeah, time flies when there's a project. But, so.
I was like, ooh, moss would be pretty to put down there because the idea is that it's sunken so that you have a very hard border.
Uh-huh.
And I realized, no, if I make it blue, we're putting ducks in a pond.
Yeah.
I can make some more light blue.
Yep.
Don't need a lot more, just need enough. I'll finish laying down when I'm laying down, but I'll probably wait until the next stream
Mm-hmm.
to do any more on this project, just to not take away options of stuff for us to do.
Yeah. But yes, so as the sun sets, everyone, thanks for coming, whether you're here for a short time or a long time. Especially appreciate if you showed back up to lurk after my initial issues. But anyway, be well, stay safe, and play some board games.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.